We're talking about practice.
On After Hours, the biggest meltdowns in sports history.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I'm a man. I'm 40.
I want to eat his children.
Are immortalized with an infamous distinction.
Can't do it.
They are who we thought they were.
You play to win the game.
Now it's time for Amy Lawrence to bring you tonight's candidates for the After Hours Hall of Fame.
Put that in your pipe and smoke.
Here's Amy Lawrence.
You know why I'm here.
The ref really wasn't even listening to nothing that I was saying.
Why don't you just run it? You know, that's a real good thought.
Listen to that! Oh, baby!
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of listening to this shit. I'm sick of second guessing.
Baby actually stuck her finger up her nose.
Somebody came to me and said, Wilmer's crying. So why? Well, he got traded. To who? For what? I didn't know.
It's unbelievable what they did.
And they run through our ass like shit through a tin horn, man.
I'm looking up on my back. Looking up. All I see is ass.
What do you look like?
It goes out of sight, and we look at each other and go, what in the fuck was that?
John Elway, great dude.
Yeah.
Kubiak, Aggie, man. Aggie, man.
He's an idiot. Don't listen to this. He's an idiot. All right, that's what we got to say about that. He's an idiot.
Just give him millions of dollars and not worry about this. You don't get and to a company.
He runs to the 50. He runs to the 40. The guy is drunk.
Too many out of the woodwork people that, just like him because they like the uniforms, don't know the first thing about baseball, probably never even attended a Cubs game.
It was a scramble.
I don't think the plumber needs a pep talk. It's called maturity. It's your job.
No days off. No days off. No days off.
Take that for data.
People question why you're in the Hall of Fame anyway. Well,
I'm going to throw one of those chicken wings at your fat ass.
This is After Hours with Amy Lawrence.
It has been a while since we've inducted a worthy candidate into the After Hours Hall of Fame, but it feels like a nice time to do a Hall of Fame induction since next week is the Hall of Fame induction for the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, and then, of course, Cooperstown Baseball Hall of Fame not that long afterwards. If you're new to the Hall of Fame, this is how it works. We give you 4 candidates who've either embarrassed themselves, said something completely goofy that made you laugh, made you cringe, bonus points if you swear a lot, apparently, and have to be bleeped out, or if it's something that you say in the form of a rant or the sublime and the ridiculous that later on comes back to bite you in the rear. Those are our favorites. If after the fact, it's even more incredibly stupid than it was when you first uttered it. It's After Hours on CBS Sports Radio. Get ready to vote. We'll have a vote up on our show Twitter at After Hours CBS. Easy for you to click your choice, or you can always weigh in on Facebook too. And of course, we're going to get to our questions of the night straight ahead, 855-212-4227. But this is your first chance to hear our newest candidates for the After Hours Hall of Fame. Remember, guys or gals who make statements that they firmly believe that they would bank their life on, and then, a couple of weeks later, it sounds so utterly ridiculous that we can't help but laugh. That might be Phil Jackson. Oh, my goodness. Did he do anything right with the New York Knicks as the general manager? He drafted Kristaps Porzingis, but then he wanted to trade him away. He publicly waged a battle with Carmelo Anthony that he lost, and it was only after the NBA draft that James Dolan finally decided, you know what? I've had enough. Not before Phil Jackson told you how well things were going for the New York Knicks.
I think we know what we're doing. That's what I can say to them. Although it's not been apparent in our record the last couple of years.
You think?
We've grown from within. We've got young players that are on their move up. It takes time to rebuild with youth. And I think to have confidence in the fact that we're going to have good players, we're going to have a good team, and we're going to be on the court competitive.
Sound effects added by Isaac, our audio and video guy. We have young guys I mean, they did just give Ron Baker a contract, but I feel like it was more because they didn't have anybody else to fill out their roster. Kristaps Porzingis, the one good thing, the one lasting good thing that Phil Jackson did with the New York Knicks, and then he wanted to trade the guy. So, we have a plan here at Madison Square Garden. Yikes. The whole thing mismanaged, even when he got fired. So Phil Jackson, a candidate for the After Hours Hall of Fame. Now, thinking back to about the same time, it's been a couple of weeks, Miguel Montero also lost a job, but not because he mismanaged his pitching staff or because he called the wrong signals or miscommunication with his guys on the mound. No, it's because he couldn't keep his mouth shut after a game in which he was behind the plate it was Jake Arrieta, wasn't it? And Trey Turner stole 4 bases, and the Nationals stole 7 overall, and Montero was ticked that he was the one who had that go against him in the stat sheet.
It's tough because it doesn't matter how much work I put on, and when I don't play it on full work, throwing and everything, because if I don't get a chance to throw it, I mean, that's the reason why they were running left and right today, because he was slow to the plate. Simple as that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a shame that, it's my fault because I didn't throw anybody out.
And by saying it's my fault, he's actually being sarcastic and saying it's not his fault. He did find the new job with the Toronto Blue Jays because hours later he got cut. Literally done, out the door. Theo Epstein made no bones about it. You're out of here. That's not what we need from our catcher, not what we need from inside our clubhouse.
Great Scott!
So Phil Jackson, rattling and prattling on, he doesn't lose a job because of what he had to say, but it's funny in the aftermath. Miguel Montero actually lost a job because he called out his pitcher for being too slow to the plate. I mean, if you could lose a job for yapping too much, Jay Gruden would never work again. It's After Hours with Amy Lawrence here on CBS Sports Radio. All right, sticking with baseball, and actually, this is not on purpose, but sticking with the Chicago Cubs, Ice Cube recently led the fans at Wrigley Field in a rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
All right, Chicago, help me with this. 1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if we ever get back. It's just whoop, whoop, whoop for the. If they don't win, it's a shame.
Shame.
'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Thank you, Chicago.
I think the best part of that entire song was when the fans sang Cubbies. That might have been the best part. Actually, I feel much better about Amy Oki hearing Ice Cube. Amy Oki, well, you'll just have to check out the YouTube channel for that. I just want to say I am true to my word. Okay, so Phil Jackson no longer has a job. Miguel Montero, well, he had to find a new job. Ice Cube is going to keep his day job. And how about Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather? Dear Lord, I rolled my eyes the first time they stepped on the stage for their press tour. And after 3 or 4 stops and going from sublime to ridiculous to flat out stupid, I just couldn't take anymore.
Y'all got the nerves to believe in a fighter that like to quit? There's a quitter.
What?
Don't y'all ever tell me about a $3 million fighter.
What?
I want this entire arena to scream the Mayweathers. 1, 2, 3, the Mayweathers. I just want to speak to all the books and all the little pundit supposed experts. You're crazy if you think this man stands a chance.
I mean, I don't really think I can vote for them because I can't understand half of what they're saying. And I don't know if those bleeps are verbs or nouns. I just know that they really did make interesting use of their colorful language.
Y'all got the nerve.
Yeah, we actually had to bleep the crowd Producer Tom said in my ear, it's the first time ever a crowd's had to be bleeped out. Did he actually get on stage and say, 1, 2, 3, bleep the Mayweathers? What? I dislike them even more now than I did before the press tour.
Imagine Ice Cube did that.
No, he's far more respectable. All right, so those are your candidates for the After Hours Hall of Fame. Phil Jackson, unemployed. Miguel Montero, north of the border. Ice Cube, well, he can do whatever he wants. He's really rich. And Connor and Floyd, who are both also going to be extremely rich. But I'm so tired of hearing them yap that I had to leave the country to get away from them. So those are your candidates for the After Hours Hall of Fame. Find the poll on Twitter at After Hours CBS or on our Facebook page. It's up to you. Don't let us down, America. Thank you for all your votes for the Hall of Fame. This is our latest inductee, according to you, on both Twitter and Facebook.
Y'all got the nerves to believe in a fighter that like to quit? There's a quitter. Don't y'all ever tell me about a $3 million fighter. I want this entire arena to scream the Mayweathers. 1, 2, 3, the Mayweathers. I just want to speak to all the boxing, all the little punda supposed experts. You're crazy if you think this man stands a chance.
I mean, I have to apologize for that. If that's how you woke up, I'm really sorry. But thank you, I think, for voting for our newest inductees. We got a tandem. They're going in together. Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, the latest to join the After Hours Hall of Fame. Talk to you Sunday night. Have a great summer weekend. After Hours with Amy Lawrence, CBS Sports Radio.